So we found a new social media platform. What another platform that we have to be on. I am not advocating for you to be on every single platform, but this social media platform has re-sparked a sense of creativity and I want to talk to you about it. A lot of people have found out about this app from TikTok because people are posting all sorts of cool collages that they are creating using the social media platform. But Landing is a new social media platform that's available on desktop, iPad, iPhone, mobile, whatever devices you like to use your apps on. And this app is solely about creating collages, vision boards, and just making your ideas come to life. It's supposed to be messy, it's supposed to be creative, and honestly, it's a great retreat for us to kind of get rid of the doom scrolling or really just get our minds out of that work hat. That being said, we also are starting to use it for work. So a little bit of a hypocritical statement there, but this app is truly fun in creating collages, creating inspiration. It's relatively new, it's still growing, and a lot of the things that you do in there are totally free. So I want to show you about it. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be showing you Landing on my iPad. So I'm going to open the app Landing and it's going to open right to my profile. So when you sign up for Landing, you will create a profile just like you would on any other social media channel. Give your first and last name, email, the whole shebang. And what I love about Landing is it's a creative app that really focuses on building collages and just bringing forward that messy progress as far as just making something that is fun and unique and does not have to be perfect. I personally signed up for this app really just because I wanted to scroll less on my phone. As a marketing virtual assistant, I spend a lot of time on my phone scrolling for work and for personal things. And I just wanted to get out of scrolling for just scrolling's sake. So this app helps me be creative. I get to kind of just play and not really focus on things being so perfect, get into some of that artistic creative side that I miss in my everyday life. I don't have time to set up a bunch of craft supplies and do things like that anymore, so this is perfect for me as far as getting in and getting to do something creative. Now, that being said, you can add sparkles or glitter to other people's creations, so you can click on that and sprinkle some love, sprinkle glitter, and you can add comments. So it really could be another app that you scroll on, but when I go to Landing, I go to create. So to create, you're going to hit this plus button in the middle, and it's going to show you all of these different boards. Maybe you have some saved boards that you're not quite done with yet. And I'm just going to create a new board and create with you guys. So you can upload things from your camera roll by selecting this camera button. You do have to allow access, but that's really easy to do. And there's a copy here so that you can copy and paste some different styles that you like. But I'm just going to hit plus, and I can actually search Landing for all sorts of elements and things to add to my collage. So this could be anything from quotes to movies, maybe it's some ripped up paper or some tape. But you also can scroll through here and select something as your favorite and then view your favorites right here to reference. So for example, I know that I use this washi tape all the time. I have a basset hound, so I save this basset hound so I could use it. And just anything that as I'm scrolling for other projects, I save them as a favorite if I might want to use them for another project that we have. So today I'm going to do a Star Wars board with you guys. So I actually want, this is my background, so I'm just going to click on it. I'm going to click on these elements and it's going to add them, and I'm going to search Landing for Star Wars. Ooh, and I'm selected on my favorites. If I unselect that, it's going to search all of Landing. So let's see. I like that quote. And I'm just selecting different things that I think would be nice in this board that I'm creating. And keep in mind, I'm doing this kind of quickly just to show you the idea, but here I have all these elements that have just been added to my little board, and you can drag and drop them around and make them bigger or rotate And I think that I'm actually going to make this one my background. Oh, I don't know why. And I'm just going to drag and drop and put these elements where I want them. So this is the time to get creative and be a little bit messy, and I'll just have you stay along for the ride. So I'm going to select this element. Now that I've enlarged it to the way I want, I can go down here and duplicate it, crop it, flip it horizontally or vertically, or send it backwards. And I want to send it all the way back since it's my background. Now it's to the back, and I can click check. And now I can rearrange these elements just the way I want them. So now I have these elements kind of where I want them, but I'm missing a couple of things. So I want this quote to stand out a little bit more. So I'm actually going to search right here, not in my favorites, just search landing. And I want ripped paper. And now it's going to show me all these different options here. And I like this grid. So I'm going to select it and just grab it in here. It backwards until my quote is on top of it. See, I like that, but it's a little bit too light. So let's see if I can find a different piece of paper. Let's do that one and send it backwards. There we go. We can read that quote just a little bit better. And I like that it's red, kind of like red leader checking in. And I'm going to put this right on top of that. Perfect. And now I'm just going to add a couple more elements to kind of tie things together. What I mean by that, I have lots of kind of square things, and this is a personal preference. Whenever I have really squared off things, I like to add things like washi tape to make it look like I have just taped these collages together. I think it's a fun way to kind of bring forward different elements and make other things stand out. So I like that smiley face one. I'm definitely going to use that, and I'm also going to select this one right here. So now this darker one I'm going to use on this pink paper, and my smiley face one I'm gonna put right here. And I need something for right there, so I'm actually gonna type in greenery. We have lots of oranges, and I just want that little thing to pop a little bit, so I'm gonna search through here. I like this one. Got it right there. So now that I have this ready, I'm gonna hit next, and I'm gonna name my board. But if I wasn't ready to do that, what I could do is actually just click this grid in the bottom left hand corner and hit save changes. That would allow me to save this as a draft, but since this is done, we're gonna go ahead and give this a board name. And once you're ready, you hit post, and it's gonna post it, and it's gonna invite you to check into other prompts or different spaces that you could have different prompts and different suggestions of things to create next. So I'm gonna return to feed, and now what I could do is just kind of scroll through here and see what other creators are making. It's a great way to kind of get some ideas if you aren't sure what to create. But you can always go back to your profile and look at what you've created. So here's that board that we just created. And here's one that I created yesterday that's kind of a Harry Potter themed. It does not have to be movie or book based. You know, you can do a quote or really just include elements that you like together. But often if I'm needing creative inspiration, I go to movies or books and things that just bring me joy. So going through Discover, here you can discover different creators, what they're doing. You can click on people's profiles and go see them. You can follow other people, but like I said, I actually just get in here and create. I don't spend a whole lot of time in these spaces yet, but this is a relatively new social media platform. So there's all sorts of ways that you can use this in your personal life and even in your business life. So for an example, If I am a virtual assistant, which I am, if I wanted to create a board that might be a branding dream or inspiration board, or even a photo session board, I could come right in here, create these boards, and actually save them as a reference for some of my clients. So I just did a time lapse there of me creating a board, but this would maybe be an example of a vision board for a photography session at a local bookshop or the library, or even for just a creator who might be at the beginning of their journey, who needs some inspiration on just getting messy and creating content and just posting where they're at. As long as you have a great story to tell, pairing it with a very creative piece like this would be a great way to start telling your story and posting content online for your small business or organization. Thanks for hearing me out about trying landing. I would love to know if you end up creating an account and giving it a try. Do you use it because you want to escape the doom scrolling, or do you like to go there and get some inspiration and scroll through other creators? Let me know if you try landing, and be sure to follow along at Brinsfield Studios so you can get more online marketing tips from your friendly virtual marketing assistant. Again, this is Helen from Brinsfield Studios, and we can't wait until next time. See ya.